Imagine, if you will, a park consisting of one giant aviary. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to try to build here today. So right here we got our little starting area, and I'm going to go ahead and immediately begin our first expedition. And I just hired one scientist, so the only options I have right now are Pteranodon and Jara. I don't even know what that is. Let's go for this thing. Why not? And I already went ahead and started flattening out this area where the big bird cage is going to be. I'm wanting it to be pretty large because my goal is to make it a multi-species enclosure. And there's a few different types of domes we can work with. I think I'll just go with the standard Jurassic Park one. I really like this graded look that it has. I actually do the Jurassic Park structures for the most part on the buildings. I just like the aesthetic of them more. I went for a little bit of a different arrival point. It has more of a Asian feel to it. We got even those the pink trees that everybody loves. I'm thinking I'll go ahead and start building this right here. We'll get a decent size to it right off the bat. Of course, we'll need a hatchery as well as a viewing gallery. And we got the fossils for this Jara. And do I really have to say anything? Yeah, that creature looks a little bit warped in the head. But hey, what can you do? Also, we got these amazing looking checkered pathways. I almost was going for like a sky aesthetic, so we got this yellow right here to represent the sun. And I'm thinking about coming up with a really creative name for this place. Skyland! Yeah, this is probably the last time I'm gonna reuse this sign because it's starting to get pretty old. But hey, it's time to hatch this thing, and it actually looks a little bit less disgusting up close. I think the picture did this creature a bit of a disservice because it's actually got these little floofs. It's actually kind of adorable. And wow, there's actually some pretty cool patterns that we can go with. I'm thinking this could be the female, and then this can be the male. I'm not sure how many of these come in a batch, but I want to get at least one of each. Now, surprisingly, my favorite type of enclosure to design is aviaries, because I feel like since you have less space to work with, you're incentivized to, do more with it. So right here, I crafted a neat little scene. We got this rock structure, some plants growing on it. I think it looks pretty decent. But we're not building a national park here. We're building a dinosaur park. So I got this little pterosaur right here cooking. And I guess while we're waiting on that, I can preemptively get some amenities down, because those always help out quite a bit. Let's see, just need some arid, some cover, and some fish. Perfect. Yeah, I'm already back to my bad habit of not meeting their needs until they're actually in the enclosure, but it'll be fine. Yes, and here come the tourists ready to gawk at our new pterosaurs as well as have a drink at our very own bar, the Surfin' Bird. But now that we got a steady income stream, I think it's time to extend this dome. A wild animal has been seen roaming the— What? Okay, how is this possible? Is it talking about like a regular animal or like an actual dinosaur like in the photo? Yeah, you know what? I think this story is made up because I don't got any creatures that look like this. The worst thing it could be is like a raccoon, so ignore the reports. I don't know if I lost the money or not. I wasn't really paying attention. But let's see. All the dinosaurs still in here. Population tree. Yeah, I don't think that claim was substantiated. We're good. And here we go, yet another pterosaur for the park. Now there's a chance you're starting to think that this is going to get pretty boring pretty quick. Just adding more pterosaurs to this enclosure. There's a lot we can't even add because they're not going to get along. They're going to fight each other. But there's a certain little glitch you may or may not know about. You see, just because this is an aviary park doesn't necessarily mean we can't have any land creatures. Okay, I've never seen this before. Buried treasure worth $640,000. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that. Yeah, excuse me, I'm trying to build a dinosaur park, not find the lost treasure of Cortez. And you may have just saw there, I got some Brachiosaurus fossils. Now, I don't usually go straight for the big boys, but come on, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna try to get this, some other herbivores, and maybe a few small tier carnivores in this enclosure. Oh look, it even has different appearances. We can go for the regular one or the big back right here. Actually, you know what? I just did this wrong. I just wasted a bunch of money. Alright, my bad. I kind of forgot how to do the glitch. It's been a little while. So, you select whatever dinosaur you want. You just type in something random like that, where it pulls up nothing. You X out. You go to your... Where is it? Right here. Aviary hatchery. Synthesize. And you can see it still has a Brachiosaurus pulled up. So, that's what we need to do. Now all of our scientists are busy making a Brachiosaurus that, I don't know, I'll toss it in the ocean or something. Actually, you know what? We'll just put it over here on this island. It can live here. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Your own private island. Enjoy. Now let's go back to the Brachiosaurus we actually care about and release. And this is probably going to look really funny whenever it comes out. Yup. Just about what I expected. Welcome to your new enclosure. Oh great, already getting an ailment. Probably because it doesn't have everything it needs. Probably because it didn't explore its entire enclosure yet. And it's already complaining about stuff. You see, that's why I like working with compies and the like. They don't have this big ego that some of the larger dinosaurs have. Okay, I was just thinking, they're not going to be able to reach this thing because it's in here. So I just gotta guess what its medical condition is. It's vulnerable to bracken poison. I bet it just doesn't have enough of its food is the problem. So I need to add some more tall nut and swamp. Dinosaur threat? Where? Explain how this is a danger to the guests. It is surrounded by a giant dome. How can it be any less of a threat? Anyways, we're gonna expand this out a little bit more. Alright, there, we reached the bare minimum requirements. But I'm thinking now that this dome is getting quite a bit larger, we really need to get some more viewing galleries. So I'm going to try... Let's see, can we get like a medium path through here? I bet we can. I'm gonna get a monorail track going around so that we can have different little viewing ports. Now, I've done quite a bit of expanding, and I think this is probably about the size that I want the aviary dome to be. I think it's big enough to where it can do everything we need it to. So I went ahead, I kind of added this little section on here. I'm going to get some amenities set up soon, but got some viewing galleries. I'm going to see how many more viewing galleries I can really fit along the perimeter of this thing. Ooh, one right there, that'll be good. Another here, 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 and here. Now I'm thinking about doing some biome change right here. I almost want a desert scape. So for our amenities, I'm gonna go with this here Texarkana theme. What's going on here? What's on low health? What happened to you? It's not eating or drinking. Oh, it's it's stuck in here. That's why. Oh wait, he got free. What a weirdo. And now it's going into the rocks? What? Collision's on. What is wrong with this thing? Okay, yeah, it's gonna die. It's gonna die. Yeah, great. You did this to yourself, buddy. What, are these like the hamsters of the dinosaur world that just die for like no reason? Let's get this fool out of here. Oh, and now the Tapahara's upset because too few adults. Well... maybe if your mating partner wasn't such an idiot, we wouldn't have that problem. But, hey, whatever. Let's get some more Tapaharas in here. Why not? I've been getting these maintenance posts all over, and I just realized that this is going to be hell for the maintenance teams. Actually, wait a second. Okay. Yeah, or they can just do that. I mean, pretty dangerous to drive around here, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Ooh, a luxury boundary-pushing chef wants to offer a dining experience like no other. Dinosaur on the menu? Let's see, we can sell off one of our Tapahara eggs and get $300,000 at a chance of losing publicity, or publicly denounce them, get more publicity, but chance of sabotage risk 100%. I mean, I was gonna choose this one anyways. We all know that, right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and try to fit another hatchery more on this side, and that is a perfect fit. Great. Now, I've been thinking a bit on what I want my next dinosaur to be, and I think Dino-Kyrus is a great choice. I'm looking at the map. We got Dino-Kyrus right here, and I was looking at some of the dinosaurs in this formation. What, we got like Homelander or something? So, you know what? We're gonna go here, get some interesting fossils. And what dig site blocked? Someone's forcing the local government to block access to my dig site. Donate to the government. Ah, yeah, donate. You mean bribe? Well, I guess I'll go with this one. I wish there was a secret option number 3, which is find these Extinction Now people and toss them in the aviary. But I guess we can do this. And the moral of the story here is if you want any sort of change, the only way is to lobby the government. Oh, here's Homelander that I saw, but I think I must have the Dino-Kyrus genome fully extracted, so there we go. And while we're extracting that, let's have a look-see at our Brachiosaurus. Hey, buddy! Reducing guest approval, how? What's wrong with this thing? Alright, you know what? I was fine with letting you stay here, dude. But, I give the people what they want, so we're getting you out of here. Oh yeah, and you know that chef from earlier that gave us a bunch of money for those eggs? Well, I have a little under-the-table offer set up with them. So, yeah, you're gonna make a lot of steaks, buddy. Now, I've been trying to make this park look nicer. I actually tried with this one. In fact, look, let's go over here. I got all sorts of little trees and benches and tables. Look, I was even considerate enough to add... Oh, well, the land kind of messed up. This rail did look nice. Actually, can I fix this? There we go. We got one in. Once we get a foothold, we can just go crazy. So there we go. Add some of those. Boom. Makes the terrain look a little bit uglier. But I say it's worth it. But I'm going to try to make it to where we can get a pathway through here, because look at this inefficiency. If someone wants to take the scenic route around, they can get all the way to here, and then they gotta go all the way back. So I'm gonna fix that problem. And there we go. That doesn't even look that bad right there. Oh, and I'm sorry to whoever steps right here, because you're gonna plummet into the ocean. Now, like I said earlier, I want this area of the park to be more of a desert scape, which is going to be an interesting contrast if I have the Dino-Kyrus here, because it likes to have some wetland. But I almost think I can have it work by lengthening this little river and have the wetland right here, and then this area is the desert. Oh, and since these Dino-Kyruses are taking so long to hatch, I decided I'd also get a batch of Gallimimus going. And would you look at our new geneticist? I have no hands. It seems he actually survived the Compy Park, so I went ahead and hired him back. What can I say? He's good talent. And I'm sure he doesn't harbor any resentment after I cut off his hands and left him to die in a Compy-infested wasteland. Now let's see. We got some skittish little Gallimimuses. And here we go. Let's see. Yep, right out the wall. I would not have it any other way. And oh great, this thing has E. coli. Alrighty, let's release the Dino-Kyrus. I'm really counting on these guys expanding their territory this way, because that's where the fish feeder is. Because if they eat at that feeder, then they'll actually be visible by the desert viewing gallery, and I think that'd be really cool. Now, I have a bit of an ambitious idea for the last part of this dome, and that is I'm going to try to get a large carnivore in this portion and kind of do a natural barrier using this deep water right here. Now let's filter by large carnivores and see what all we have to work with. Now, of course, we could go with the Rex or even the Indominus Rex, but I'm leaning towards the Acro. because Acrocanthosaurus was discovered in Oklahoma, and that's where I'm from, and you gotta root for the home team. Also, let's just appreciate the wonderful view that the monorail gives of the park. You can see pretty much everything from here. Alright, it's time for the moment of truth. Let's release the acro. And once again, the camera's kind of messed up. But hey, here we go. Now, you don't want to go wading too deep, do you? Okay, I was thinking if I added deep water, then it wouldn't be able to come over here. Okay, I have another idea. We will use rocks to block off the area. Please go back that way, good sir. There is no need to be over here. I wonder if there's anything I can do with this drone to coax it over. Maybe we can give him a stimulant. Or can we? Yeah, you like that? Oh, okay, that made him run this way. We do not want that. This is the exact opposite direction of where I want you to go. Go back that way. And now he's in the forest. Please go that way. And it's not gonna let me transport this anywhere inside the aviary, is it? Okay, well, in that case, the chef is going to be enthralled with his latest gift. Okay, now before we get another one of those in here, let's continue blocking off this area. Let's get some nice natural looking rocks. And then look, we can even use these fence parts to kind of keep the illusion of this place being connected. So this can be a barrier so the water can enter, but dinosaurs can't get through. Alright, take 2, releasing another acro, and I actually got 2 of these ready, a male and a female. And it looks like they need some more pasture and cover, probably because I have 2 of them now, so they need more stuff than just the one would. But now that I have this cliff kind of area, I can actually get rid of a lot of this water. And wow, that still isn't enough. Am I really gonna have to move all of these rocks? You know what? Fine. Let's get all these selected. That should be more than enough area, right? And finally, they are satisfied. So I think I really have proven the effectiveness of an aviary only park. Not only because you can combine dinosaurs and pterosaurs alike, but also because you can kind of use the concept of an open multi-dinosaur enclosure, and that pairs very nicely. Now, there's one last thing I need to do. This has been a very normal park. In fact, exceedingly normal. I mean, look at the layout. This actually looks like a park you may want to visit. You know, Compyland was nice, but we all know what happened to Compyland. You see, not only can you have land creatures in an aviary, you can also have aquatic creatures. And look, he's still in the water, so, you know, that's something at least. Unfortunately, with all the aquatic creatures, their AI just kind of breaks, which is understandable, really. But, yeah, now we just have this thing laying here, so that's nice. Now, I'm curious, what happens if we tranquilize this thing up here? Oh. That's nice. And then stimulant. Oh, it got lower down. Oh, look, now it's panicking. I wonder why. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jurassic World Evolution 3. If you have any video ideas, specifically kind of challenges like this one, be sure to leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.